We are live. It's Sneaky P. The game is 080, and I'm going to do this one stream today. We have a 4v4 with standard settings. I'm going to just share the link, and then once I do that, I'm going to get back to covering this game. Okay, so here we go. Like I said before, we have a 4v4 normal settings here. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the teams, and then I will pick who I think is going to win the game. So let's go ahead and start with Team 1, who is the host. We got Ricci. He is in the... There we go. Dark orange, playing as the Britons. And he is rated 1552. He is at least that. I would give him minimum 1600. Very good player. Super good boom. Like best, rivaling like best eco in the game. Along with someone else who I'm going to introduce in just a moment. So next up on Team 1. In the pocket, we have Trashy, rated 1663. Not sure if Trashy seems like probably 1600. I don't know. Maybe he's gotten better. But solid player, and he is playing as the Macedonians in this kind of beige color. Next up on Team 1. In the other pocket, we got Knight002, rated 1562. Knight seems to me like 1500-ish. You know, good player. Playing as the Persians, which are apparently, according to some, the best civ in the game. They certainly have some cool advantages that I will talk about after I finish introducing the teams. And then finally, rounding out Team 1 in the purple on the flank, we got pandravabal, who I refer to as Panda. I hope he is okay with that. But he's in the purple here, and rated. He has his rating set for 1200, but he's like more like 1500. I've heard that he has been improving a lot lately, so I'm really excited to play him in some 1v1s. Maybe if I'm not so tired, I could do that, and it would be really competitive. It might be fun to watch. And now, across from Panda on the flank for Team 2, we got, in the blue, Roos, rated 1290. But Roos is more like close to like 1500, I would say. Very solid player. I would say Roos and I are like similar level. So maybe 1400s, I don't know. But playing as the Gauls, very good civ. And then in his pocket on Team 2, we got Kuno, also playing as the Gauls. Kuno loves playing as the Gauls. He's been doing that for a long time. He's in the red here, rated 1495. But Kuno is 1600 plus for sure. Very good player. Smashes me every single time I play against him. I think that's why his local rating is 32 for me. Next up on Team 2 in the pocket, we got another Gauls player. Okay, so 3 of these dudes going as Gauls, and we got Stockfish. So this is the other player with just insane eco. Stockfish and Ricci just have like amazing eco. Stockfish is one of the best players in the game, probably top 5 player in the game. So 21-27, I guess, is accurate for him. And then finally, on Team 2 on the flank, we got foxooo, rated 1518 in the green, playing as the Athenians. And I've only played one game with him, so I'm not really sure. But he's, I think, you know, he's probably good enough for this game. And I've heard that he's good too. So now, who am I going to pick to win? I don't know. This one seems really balanced. I think it kind of depends like on how like foxooo and roos play. Like if they play like, you know, if this guy plays like 1500 and roos plays like 1500, then I'm gonna go with team 2. So I will just go with team 2. But it seems like it's really good balance to me. Let me know if the volume is okay for the stream. And now let's see like where the action's happening. Oh, so here it is. Wait, we got foxooo with some kind of rush here on Ricci. Already took out 4. Okay, so nice rush. And everybody else is a coward right now. So let's talk a little bit about these civs. We got the Persians, like I was saying, who are apparently super OP. And what I learned about the Persians was that they have the immortals that can switch from archers to spears, I think it is, which is a really powerful mechanic apparently, especially if you know how to use it and you get to the point in the game where you have max pop, you know, and your upgrades are similar to whoever you're fighting. But that's really cool, like to be able to just like switch between spears and bows depending on the range and depending on whether you're going up against cav. And then they also have that special tribute now where you can get like any one of the 4 resources trickling from the palace. As well as, of course, like the typical bonuses that everybody knows about, like the ice house, which is a food trickle, which is really nice late game. It makes it so you don't have to build quite as many women. And then also just like the pop bonus, which is really nice. Yes, I am. So let's see what's going on here. It looks like we're gonna have this situation building out to these trees. I'm not sure I saw that last game though. When I covered that player. And let's check out the pops. So Kuno already 630, 100 pop. So that's a really good boon. 59 women. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm actually surprised to see stockfish like not going quite as fast. I feel like stockfish like typically like gets to 100 in like 6.5 minutes. I would say the standard usually is like 100 pop in 7.5 minutes. That's really good. And we're gonna see a lot of these guys do that. And then last in pop we have foxooo, who was building a couple cav and I think like kind of messing around with them. But definitely needs to like focus on the eco here. Let's see, let's check out these sides. So like you got stockfish and foxooo versus Ricci and Trashy. I think that's gonna be like really even. And then on the other side you got Kuno and Roos versus Panda and Knight. Yeah, I don't know. Also, if anybody ever wants to play 1v1, please let me know. That's like my favorite way to practice, because then I'm just like responsible for everything that's happening. I finally won a game today. I went 1-10 today. That's just to let all those people who talk about T1 bias know that I don't think that's happening. And if you ever feel like it's happening, just remember that I went 1-10 today. Alright, so let's kind of see like what else people are doing right now. We got Knight and Panda both going in for cav. We got Roos with a few. We got foxooo with a few. And here's the action right here. So we got Panda going in on Roos. So he's playing Athens, so he does have jab cav, which are like not quite as good for rushing. But you know, if you're gonna have cav around and you're done picking up all the hunt, then you got to do something with them. And this is really bad for Roos. He's gonna lose these cav here. He's got the women already in the houses, so you know, like someone was telling me earlier today, you know, you just got to get those women out as fast as possible. It is hard though, like when you got a lot of action going on around you. The only player who ever talks about T1 bias is Jay-Z. I've heard it before. from more than just him. But yes, you're right. He does talk about that. So let's see what else is happening here. He's going to kind of circle around here with these 8 cav, panda. What is he going to do? Not sure yet, but this is like the action that is happening right now in the game. This is like how you get featured on YouTube, is like you bring the action, okay? You bring all the cav into battle. You rush. So there's no dull moment. So there's no chance for me to talk about the civs and which ones are good and which ones are bad. I don't think anyone in this game is playing a bad civ, because we have Gauls, we have Britons, which I still think no one has convinced me that Persians are better. However, I guess if you're really good at playing Persians, then maybe you could. But for me, it's just like not even close. Like Britons are the best and Gauls are second best. And maybe that's the case for other people who are around my rating. But now, here we go. Let's focus on the action. We got Panda with these 8 cav going in, back in on Roos. Okay. Interesting. But it's not really doing too much. But this is nice, though. He can kind of hit and run here with these spears. And he's just going to run away. I don't like chasing down cav with a bunch of spears because they never catch them. So he's going to go ahead and get back to his mining. And it's 8:43 already, so let's do another population check, kind of see where people are. We got Kuno at 140, which is really good. And then foxooo is catching up a little bit. He's a little bit behind, but not doing too bad. And Roos is honestly, that's not that bad for getting harassed. And Panda actually, for doing the harassing, being at 121 is really solid. So maybe he has improved. Let's check out what the barracks situation looks like for people too. I think making those 3 barracks with the initial 300 stone, if you're a stone civ, seems really good, I feel like, in general. Like, make those 3 barracks, and then you got enough unit-producing buildings where you can go to the next phase. Let's look at Persia. So, Knight has 1 barracks, and he already has 3 stables. 3 stables in phase 2. Okay. And he's going for Archer Cav. Archer Cav are going to win the game for Team 1. We will see. Let's go back to the action. So let's get back here to where Panda is. He's just kind of messing around. He's taking Roos off of the eco. You can see this is kind of an eco problem for Roos, right? Because he like keeps getting taken off of this. So like if he could just build like a house here, I feel like that would stop most of it. Like a house here and maybe a wall like right there, and then he would be okay. Otherwise, like it's pretty just like smooth sailing for everybody else. There's not really too much happening. The other side of the map is just an eco race. It's an eco race between like 2 of the best eco people in the game. Let's go back over here, and Roos is losing more. That's unfortunate. I'm rooting for Roos. He's a cool dude. I also like Panda. Nothing against Panda. Nice. He's got the storehouses working here for him. Maybe another storehouse there would be good. What is the optimal number of storehouses? Probably as many as you can fit close to the wood line without them touching each other so that you have mobility. Is anybody housed right now? No one is housed. We got just a few idols, not too bad though. I feel like the eco has been really good overall. And now I'm going to do the thing that I told Acero a long time that I would do, which is at 10 minutes always check the eco score and then see if the team that is ahead is going to win the game. So let me do that. Team 1 is ahead in eco at 10 minutes. So that is going to tell me that T1 is winning, but I already went with T2. We're going to see if they can kind of just come back a little bit here. Roos is a little bit down in pop. That's a little bit of a problem. But Knight is also kind of low in pop because Knight is going, you know, triple stable Archer Cav, even though he doesn't quite I guess he has the resources, but they're just idle buildings right now. Ooh, I gotta catch idle barracks here. Who has idle barracks? I love pointing out idle barracks. Let's see, let's look over here. Nope. Wow, impressive. Okay. What about green here? Who do we got? Foxooo, idle barracks? No idle barracks? Wow, that's impressive. Look at this formation here. Stockfish is like, this dude is an artist, right? Like he is like, I'm gonna come up with a base that you've never seen before. With all the zigzaggy buildings. I mean, it does kind of remind me of how I like to do houses. Just like, you know, lengthen them as long as possible to build a house wall. And then what happens is the enemy cav just runs around the wall anyway and then just kills all my women. But here we go. Let's get back to the action because now Knight is putting all of these horse archers into play here. Into battle. So he's chosen Kuno as his victim. Let's see how he does. So far, the Cav are not really doing... Well, they're pretty good against women. They're actually... Yeah, they're pretty good against women, but are they good against anything else? And also, does Kuno have any kind of answer to this? Because he only has jabs. Oh, that's really bad. I kind of like this attack from Knight here, right? Like, if Knight can just keep his pop-up, this is a pretty good attack. And now, like, all he has to do is just run away. And just, like, hit, run, hit, run, hit, run, hit, run. Just, like, take him off of eco for as long as possible. And then, of course, you got Stockfish, like, building a random wall over here. I shouldn't say random. It's a well-placed wall. I guess it's protecting a melee cav attack on the metal guys? Not sure. But anyway. Back to Knight here. He's doing a pretty good job, like, keeping his cav away from those guys. Look at this. 22 KDR. He's 22-1. He's about to lose one, though. He's for sure going to lose that one, right? 23-2? 23-3? He's going to lose this one, too. But not really. Not bad. And he's just taking them way off of here, right? So he's losing all these guys. The question is, like, is he keeping his own pop ahead of Kuno's? But also the question is, you know, Kuno is the second best player on Team 2, right? And Knight is, I don't actually know, but maybe Trashy's stronger than Knight. I guess he is. But Knight is like the second or third best player on Team 1. So I guess that makes sense. Like, you want to see if you can out-race that person, you know, if that's the person that you're going to be attacking. He's obviously not doing that against Kuno. I mean, but he's slowing down Kuno's boom, so we'll see how that plays out. And then he also got some purple cav coming in now from Panda. So they're just, like, all in on this, like, harassment strategy here. They probably started the game with Hunt, but I didn't notice it. I like this wall here. He's like, you don't need to finish the wall, right? It's like already halfway there, so it's like blocking it. So maybe what you do if you're like a really OP wall builder is you just half build all of the walls. It takes half the time and they can't get past this anyway. So what is he doing against this, right? Like, this is like a classic situation of being like harassed by like long range, you know, cav. Like, this reminds me of like camels from like a couple alphas ago. And I guess, right, you tower, right? You just put a tower up. Even though towers kind of suck, they're like not terrible to have. So you put a tower up, maybe 2 towers. So that's actually what he's doing. And now let's hop over here because we have some action on this side of the map, on the west side of the map here. We have a big, it's 12:46, and foxooo is like, you know what? I'm sending everybody. I like it. It seems good. And he's going with Stockfish. Stockfish is probably like, all right, let's go. That's probably what happened. And so they're both just sending everybody, and they're going to see if they can just win the game right away. And so Ricci is very wisely just getting out of there. That's definitely the right play. So, like, retreat, you know, you might have to retreat these women, but retreat everybody back to Trashy. So hopefully Trashy's able to get some kind of army in there. Oh, I do not like this color. This is, like, not... I mean, it shows up well on the mini-map, but, like, look at this. It's like people are, like, blending into the farms. Another one of these, like, weird camo colors of A27.
Yeah, see?
Lots of barracks. Okay. So now let's go back here. Let's see what's happening. Oh, it's just foxooo is like whooping this fort. He's taking down the fort. And Stockfish is like, hey, dude, stop attacking the fort. He's like, all right, I got to finish it off first, though. All right, so let's go back to like the actual important things that are happening. On the other side of the map, really quickly, we're going to bounce over here. We're going to check out this side. We still just have like Knight just harassing Kuno just with a bunch of like Archer cav. And it seems to be working. Like Kuno's down to 163 and Roos is at 184. Like they're just kind of like messing with this side and maybe just counting on the other side to win the game. And the other side could win the game. We will see here kind of like how foxooo and Stockfish like coordinate their attack. Because that is just so important to like coordinate the attack and not suicide. Like, is somebody gonna suicide here? And who is the most likely to suicide out of these 4 players? Well, I don't actually know the answer to that, but foxooo is the only player that I don't know, so I would say he's the most likely to suicide. And so far, that's what he's doing. But now he's backing up and trying to go around. I don't like this at all. And now Stockfish also has to back up because like otherwise you're gonna get trapped with this like metal. And but he does have a couple rams on the CC, which is super nice. But like he's got to get up there quickly to this big army here. I don't like this at all actually for Team 2. It looks really bad. But we also have to look at military upgrades. And Stockfish has 11 of them. Wow. foxooo has 2, and then what about the other guys? 8 and 7, right? So the other guys have overall more. But like, what is happening? Let's look at the KDRs here. So we have Stockfish and foxooo with positive KDRs, and they did take down the CC, which is worth something. Let's see what happens. I mean, I thought it looked bad for Team 2, but let's kind of track this. foxooo is definitely losing a lot of guys, and Stockfish is also losing guys, maybe? Trashy, Ricci are coming back. Yeah, this is definitely bad for Team 2. This is like one of those situations where it's like, yes, you did take down the CC, but if you lose your entire army in this battle, then it's definitely not going to be worth it. And that's exactly what they're doing. This is bad for foxooo. But Stockfish is hanging in there by himself though, and he's actually taking out Trashy's army. Interestingly. Wow. So this was kind of like it was like, even though they were all next to each other, it was like two different battles happening. Because it was like, you got Ricci over here beating foxooo, but then over here on this side, you got Stockfish beating Trashy. And because of these stupid colors, they like kind of all look orange. This one looks cream. And who came away on top there? I don't know. I mean, but Trashy's like still trying to like fight back here against Stockfish, and Stockfish is now just like, all right, I'm gonna get out of there because Ricci was doing so much better against foxooo. foxooo is really struggling here. So now, what do they look at the pops? So Team 1 definitely came out on top of that, but they did lose a CC. And like the, you know, foxooo obviously was like completely off of eco there too. I mean, sorry. Ricci is like completely off of eco there. So that's also bad for them. They're definitely like but he's doing okay on resources actually. And now what's happening? So now is this, no, this is Ricci's army, right? Yeah. So he's just going to return, and then he's going to rebuild the CC. And now we have some beatdown over here. But now let's pop over to the other side of the map really quickly, because I think that's pretty much over here. This is just going to be like, I'm not sure why he's fighting this battle here. Oh, maybe this is good for Stockfish actually, because he has the hero. But let's pop over here really quickly because we got some major action happening over here. We got a huge battle. We have Panda just going right into Roos's base. But you got Kuno fighting back with Roos, and then you got Knight over here with the horse archers. Only like 33 of them. Not sure about that. He does have some nice upgrades though, which is good. But it looks like they're retreating. They don't like it. And let's see if the KDRs back that up. So, no, not really. I mean, maybe they just like didn't like the position. Yeah, they don't like the position, but now they're just gonna funnel these guys like through here and then just destroy them, which is a great play by Panda. And I don't like that they're like pursuing this with a bunch of guys who can't reach any of these slingers. Like these slingers just have such a better position. We have a 1.5 KDR. And Stockfish is hopefully not giving up on TGs. I hope he does not resign this game. So let's go ahead and check out what is happening here. It looks like we have we got Team 1 like kind of coming back here. The highlight in top panel over KDR shows 10-second KDR. Huh? Interesting. And look at that. I mean, yeah. This was you know, they were worried like Team 2 was like too good here maybe, but it was not. The balance I think was good. I think it was just a matter of like the positioning here was bad, and then also the positioning here was bad. Is the game over at this point? I don't know. It might be. It's definitely looking a little rough for Team 2. But it's not like a clear victory yet. Let's look at the resources. I mean, Team 1, yeah. Team 2 is really lacking on food. That's not good. And Team 1 is okay. A little bit low on wood. I feel like this like food issue happens in like almost every TG. Like that goes on for a while. Like one team always gets really low on food. And so it's important to like have a guy who's like producing tons of food and giving it to other people. And Stockfish is discouraged here. Yeah, I mean you gotta pause it for him. Because unless you're just gonna like call it a game, like you gotta pause it for this guy. Yeah. Just let him return. Oh. Nope, that's just a spec. So no problems there. Yeah, this is looking really rough for Team 2 now. I mean, they took down the CC, but it didn't really matter. He rebuilt it right away. Ricci did a great job there. And now look at this, like foxooo doesn't even see that he's getting all of his guys taken out right here. That's really bad. And Stockfish is yeah, this is looking really good for Team 1. And now the CC is down. And now they're slaughtering the rest of Roos's guys. Roos is under 100 pop. He's on full retreat. And yep, that's probably it. Wow, explosive game. That was a great game. 16 minutes. Stockfish says, after I lose units, they both will come with 90 soldiers to my base and I won't have time to recover. Yeah. That's probably right. Let's see, he's going full garrison mode, which I don't really like anymore. I mean, if you do that, like, you can, I mean, not to say that, like, they won't just, like, take the CC and move on to the next guy, but, like, they can just easily take over houses now, and then just kill all your women. So foxooo should be, like, taking these guys and then kind of swerving around here to meet up with Stockfish. He should definitely not be engaging here. Don't engage, don't engage. Just run away, you're going to lose all your guys. especially considering that he only has 3 military upgrades and he's far outnumbered. So he just suicided even more guys there. That was not good. And don't lead him this way. I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? Why is he doing that? Saving your CC is not worth it. You gotta save the guys. Yeah, this is not good fighting. And Stockfish is not gonna get there in time. And even if he does, I don't think he's gonna be able to beat this army. They have too many guys. Now on the other side of the map we have the double army here. We got and we got some priests, it looks like, from Panda. Very nice. Surgeons coming in on Kuno, and Kuno is doomed. Yeah, we got all these extra spears coming in from Knight. And over here, let's go back here. Let's see what in the world is happening. Oh, he didn't even try to save him. Like, Stockfish did not go over there to try to save. Well, there's nothing to save anymore because he suicided all of his guys. And now you got Trashy coming in with like this big army. This is over now. They are completely screwed. I'm not even sure what you do if you're Stockfish here. So like, what do you do? Like, you cannot. I don't think you can beat this like double army here. Like, if they bring these guys back, like Stockfish will not be able to beat those guys 1v2. But first they're just gonna take the CC. There it is. Just maybe slaughter a few of those guys. Go kill Stockfish. On this side, it's just Kuno versus 2, and that is just GG. I mean, there's nothing else to do. Lots of action in this one. What do you do if you are the Athenians, right? Like, do you go for this guy? Or do you just go for Iphicrates still? How good is this guy? Has anyone played Hippocrates? Also, somebody was telling me that slingers are not quite as good. Is that true? Can someone confirm? Slingers still seem pretty good to me, but melee has definitely gotten a huge buff. I'm gonna just go ahead and exit the game. I'm gonna go to the summary, and we're gonna check out the scores. So, yep, Team 1 being ahead in eco at 10 minutes did win the game. Let's go ahead and check out the charts here. We got Ricci and Trashy just like doing great militarily. Stockfish though, sorry, this is actually Stockfish. Stockfish with the best military score up until this point, right? Like, Stockfish had like lots of upgrades, more than everybody else. He fought well, but his ally here was just his flank foxooo just suicided way too much and had bad positioning. And then foxooo was also the lowest, like with the eco score here. So kind of a rough go for him. But I mean, these are all really good players that he's playing with, right? These are all like solid dudes, right? Even Roos is a solid player. If we look at pops, just like to look at that. Yeah, Kuno leading the way, foxooo below. I mean, they're pretty similar, I think. What about KDRs? He was doing like, this is just at the beginning of the game. This is like when he had like 3 kills or something like that. But just look at this like spike from Panda here. He got up to 12. What about KDRs at the end? So Ricci and Knight with the horse archers. There you go, the horse archers. They seemed okay. They were able to outduel these two guys. You know, Kuno, like he harassed Kuno a lot, and Kuno was never able to just like have that really strong boom that he normally has, and then send a bunch of rams and a huge army and mow everybody over. Interesting game. I guess I got to give MVP to probably Ricci there. I mean, he was really good. I mean, even though you could give it to Stockfish too, even though he was on the losing team. But he did a good job, like just like not suiciding his guys, right? Like focusing on like killing a bunch of units of foxooo and then teaming up with Trashy and then taking out, well, at least like starting to beat stockfish, and then rebuilding his CC right away. So Ricci, I give you MVP. Good game. Okay, guys. Well, if you haven't checked out the channel yet, please do so. And check out this game. I'm gonna get going for now because I'm a bit tired and I'm gonna go have dinner. But I will see you guys on either later or very soon. Cool. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. It's Sneaky Beat, the game 0AD, and I'm out.